Hey everyone, ignore my hair, but I want to touch base on something. It's been a while since I've talked seriously about what's been going on in my life. I want to touch base with this about narcissist. I've had several narcissists in my life. One being my biological mother. Can't get rid of her. I can't shake her no matter what I do and try to better my life. She still tags along and tries to bring me down to any level, and she will try everything to beat me down. She will say obscure things. She will try to play on my guilt and emotion. She will use religious aspects. She will do it all. But I want to show you something of some of the harassment that I've gone through for, well, since Facebook has been invented. I have a private Facebook page, but I also have a public page, and it's for anybody. It's connected to my Instagram, and I didn't think that if I had people blocked, but obviously she's using another profile. I didn't think people I had blocked could see it, but we're gonna talk about this for just a few minutes. Anyway, I have these inbox messages from, it says Facebook user, and I don't know if you can see that. See that? We will, it says, can you tell me more about yourself? I did see this message. I did, and I opened it, but I thought it was a spammer. I thought it was one of those scammers or people trying to hook up or whatever. I didn't know what it was. But then after I left this person on red, apparently they couldn't hold it, contain their excitement anymore, and I got this message. Y'all still with me? It says, Tiffany Nicole, I love you. You're my daughter. You're my firstborn. Please stop hating on me. I humbly apologize for any misleading attitudes from my past that hurt you so much, my daughter. It was never my intent to harm you in any ways. I'm sorry for all the sorries of sons of bitches that hurt either of you girls. I did my best as I acknowledged the way of life went for us. I warned Johnny. Johnny is my stepdad, by the way. He was never nothing but humble and kind to me, who taught me a lot about life, and I would not be who I am today without this man. He was definitely a strong male figure in my life, and I would not trade that man for the world. I did my best to acknowledge the way of life went for us. I warned Johnny over and over about all those men could hurt y'all in sexual ways. Joe Usselton was my friend, wasn't my friend, hun. He was, in fact, your dad Johnny's, Tiff. Actually, no, he wasn't. He was, and my mom used to go get money from him, okay? Let's just put it lightly, okay? I swear on a stack of Bibles. I'm sorry Mama couldn't take care of her babies like she wanted to. Actually, she could. My biological father paid several $100s a month in child support, and it went on her drug habits. She was and probably still is a pill and meth junkie. Y'all should have come forth and told me and Dad what was going on. Yes, the love of God, it would have been, yeah, or something. Tiff, we seriously nerd to tall. I will forever be your mother, your mama, because I do love you, Tiffany. Always have and always and forever will. Now, if you go through my YouTube and, no, just on my YouTube right now, you will see self-documentaries that I've done about how I wasn't ready to openly admit certain things. And I can for the most of it now. Tennessee just dropped their statute of limitation laws for reporting sexual crimes during childhood, which I think Tennessee is bullshit, because those laws only protected the predators. I'm glad Tennessee is coming to their senses on that. Some people these things happen to them when they're little kids, and little kids are scared to death. Like, there's just so much that little kids are afraid to admit. And then when your mom is already a junkie and beats you in the name of religion and tells you that most of the stuff that you do, you bring on yourself, it's hard for a little kid to come forward about things, you know? Let's see. Let's go to this page, because she also commented on one of the photos that I have. It's of my children. It's them we're at Discovery Park of America in Union City, and they have this giant chessboard out on the lawn, and my kids love chess. And I made a joke out of it, talking about they were playing on sibling rivalry terms, that there can be only one. And she commented on this, and I'm fixing to show you. This woman tries to play on my guilt heavily, and sometimes it gets to me, sometimes it doesn't. And nobody should have to go through this crap. This is stuff that gets me cussing mad. I mean, I have a dark humor. I can. But this is one person that genuinely annoys the fuck out of me. It's my biological mother. No person should really have to go through that. And I just love how in these paragraphs that she sent me, she doesn't really take a hold of responsibility of herself. She's throwing my stepdad under the bus, a deceased man who tried to give me the world, who had to deal with my dad drank beer. My dad drank beer. He smoked marijuana and he drank beer. And he still put food in my mouth. He still did everything he was supposed to. Rebecca, on the other hand, drugs, Bible thumping, drugs. She's narcissistic. I swear to God, the woman is she has narcissistic personality disorder. I have gone with her to Pathways, take her to Pathways, and she will be fine until the doctor calls her name. And I honestly think that she does some of the stuff so she could get the drugs, because she's addicted to pharmaceuticals, and she's also addicted to methamphetamine. Hang on, I'm still looking. It was just my laptop's being kind of slow. And I just think it's funny. She always wants to try to come back in my life when I'm doing great. But she's always part of the reason that I'm down and out in life. Because I constantly used to try to help her. And it affected me. It affected my children. And, you know, just some things you just can't do anymore. And you have to cut people off no matter who they are in life. Or who they think they are. Because sometimes it's just fucking bullshit. Excuse my French. It's just, it could be hell. And then sometimes she gets these people, I call them her flying monkeys because she's the Wicked Witch of the West to me. I call them her flying monkeys. Like, they'll inbox me telling me that I should talk to my mom. My mom's sick. That I should be doing all kinds of stuff because it's been so many years. I should forgive and forget. It's not easy being a mom. That's my favorite. No. My favorite is I've changed. When damn well she's changed long enough to reel me back in before she drags me back down through there. And enough is enough. Hang on, I'm looking. My laptop isn't as fast as I can do this on my phone, but I'm recording with my phone and going through this with my, let's see. Anyway, she commented that my grandchildren, something other, oh Lord, I can't remember. I'll look it up and I'll show you. Double chin. I got a fat chin. Like my, there it is. There it is. Let's picture them playing chess at Discovery Park of America. And it says sibling rivalry, there can be only one. And it reached out to 18 people and 2 engagements and 1 share. So let's see what this was about. If it'll pull it up, because it'll pull it up on my phone, what was posted on it. Well, I'll go back and I'll pull it up on my phone and do this from the computer to show you, because I can see it on my phone. I can't see it on the computer for some reason. It's different. Anyway, she was telling me, good job, I did a good job, those were her grandchildren. Okay, first off, she doesn't know my children. I mean, she knows of them, and she's been around them a few times, but the few memories my children have of her are not good memories. She tried to, one of the last memories my son has of his grandmother is she tried to beat him up like he was a grown man. She tried to fight him. She went to jail. She has a long rap sheet for domestic violence. Should be considered freaking terrorism. I hate to say it, but some people you just can't help. You can't do anything with them. You have to nothing them. You have to nothing them. And, oh, my hair. You have to nothing these people. You cannot acknowledge their existence. You cannot do anything with them. And we have been pretty much no contact since 2012. And honestly, I'm sick and tired of this shit. She'll contact me every now and then. She won't talk crap about how much she loves me or what she's done, and I don't acknowledge her. I don't feel I owe her that. Look at that white hair. Look at all that white hair. She's part of the reason. She's part of the reason I started going gray at 17. It was like I was the parent and she was the child and I was taking care of her. And then I had to take care of my little sister. And her absolutely not admitting a lot. She wants to constantly put the blame on other people. Shift blame. It's bullshit. I know what happened. You can't trick me into false memories. You can't tell me I'm crazy that it didn't happen that way. My memories are my memories. You can't take that away from me. And Rebecca, if you're watching, you can't take my memories away from me. I know you watch me on all other social media. I know you do. You stalk my ass. You will make fake profile after fake profile. You're a freaking narcissist. You are the devil woman. You are a toxic person. You're a toxic person to me. You're a toxic person to your grandchildren. And the only time you ever really want to come into my life is when I'm doing good. You've never been there for me. Never. Anytime you were supposedly trying to help me out, I ended up helping you out and paying for it. It's just, there has to be a line drawn somewhere. I don't consider you my mother. Mother is a verb. Mother is a verb. You never took that action. Never. You wouldn't let me play sports in school. The one sport I did play, you made me quit. Because I was a C student in 3rd grade. You always wanted to force therapy down my throat. Bitch, you're the reason I needed therapy. She used to get the therapist to write me prescriptions of Ritalin, and my dad looked at her and said, either you take Tiffany off the shit or I'll call the doctor myself. She took me off of it, but she kept taking me to therapy and getting the therapist to write the prescription that she was taking and selling. That's back when I was 14, 15. The reason why I know I didn't have ADHD that they put me on is because I was speeding my freaking head off. Hi, honey. What do you feel about Becky calling you her grandchild? Come here.
Who's that?
It's the camera. I'm on YouTube. It's on the camera on YouTube. I ate all your M&Ms.
No.
I was trying to put it up on here.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Well, that is my page. I was trying to get it.
Oh, I thought you were on live. I was like, your hair's not down.
My hair isn't that long anymore either.
Oh my god.
Come here, sweetie. Just crawl all over my doggone stuff. Just got out of the shower. Did you wash your hair? How do you feel about your Nana? We call her Nana. She doesn't earn the title grandmother. She just never does. She's not a grandmother.
Only one person.
Who?
Granny Ma.
Granny Ma. Your Granny Ma.
Hey.
Granny Ma is my grandmother. She raised me. This is who my baby considers her grandmother also, her Granny Ma. How do you feel about your Nana commenting on my Facebook talking about her grandchild?
I'm not her grandchild.
Do you know your Nana?
I know she's the devil, right?
Why do you say that?
Because she's evil. Evil!
Why do you say that?
Because she's evil.
But she talks about the Bible and stuff. She does. She talks about the Bible in her messages. She says she swore on a stack of Bibles and for the love of God.
That's not right.
It's not right. What's not right about it?
She swore.
She swore. And what's not right about her swearing?
It's not right.
Is it that she swore that and she lied while she was swearing? Or...
She lied while she was... She lied while she was swearing.
She lied while she was
Are you
swearing.
alive?
No, I'm on a timer right here.
You've been on for 21 hours?
21 minutes.
Oh. It's usually the third one that's an hour.
How much time have you ever spent with your grandmother? Grandmother.
Which one? Granny Mom?
Your Nana.
Oh. Let's say, which one? Let me jump. And those were all bad times I didn't like. I cut my foot on glass. I scraped my finger.
Do you have any good memories of your Nana?
No.
I wish your brother was not in boot camp right now so we could ask him. You gonna play with my gray hair? You caused some of them. You gonna win the race tomorrow? That's all I ask. That's my girl. I wish your brother was here to cheer you on.
You're gonna make me start crying.
You gonna race with the American flag?
I might take a little one.
You gonna take the little one and race with it? I think that's pretty cool.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, how many subscribers do you have?
On YouTube? I don't know.
You don't know?
I haven't kept track of it in a while.
You have 50-something subscribers.
I don't know. How do you know? Are you on my YouTube account? What you been doing on your tablet?
I'm taking a bath.
What email address do you have on your tablet? Do you have my email address on your tablet?
Yeah.
So you've been on YouTube on my account.
Yeah, but I don't have any videos on there. You can check.
Okay. So anyway, that's what that is about. I don't like this woman. She does this every so often, 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
She's doing it to... Hush your mouth. Go on somewhere.
I'm gonna eat something. A Hot Pocket.
A Hot Pocket?
Ow! The couch is mean.
The couch is mean?
Yeah.
It's probably mean because you jumped on it when I bought it brand new.
Mean couch.
I get harassed like this often. I do. It's annoying as hell. And you can't really do anything about it. I don't know that you can do anything about it. She's in Texas. I'm in Tennessee. I don't know really what I could do about it because I've told her several times to never contact me. I've told her, and she just keeps on. She'll taper off for a while, and she'll contact me again, and it's fucking annoying. it's BS. But I wanted to touch base with it. If you have a narcissistic person in your family, you're a daughter of a narcissist, man, we probably have a lot in common. And then I was a daughter of a narcissist, and I had children with a narcissist. And I've dated several narcissists. It's like, if you're raised by narcissists, you have that helping hand there. You're like a freaking beacon for other narcissists to be attracted to you. Man, I stay to myself. I don't try to deal with nobody. And it's because of this petty shit right here. I just can't deal with it. I don't do drama. I don't do drama at all. But when it builds up, and it keeps building up, and it keeps building up, I gotta let things go, because if I explode, it's gonna get ugly. Y'all are not gonna like me. Y'all are not gonna like the person I become when I'm trying to defend myself and I'm trying to protect my children. You will not like the person I've become. And furthermore, Becky, you definitely ain't gonna like the person I've become. The day that you die, I want to sing. If I attend your funeral, I want to sing. I want them to play Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead by the Lollipop Gang from The Wizard of Oz. You may think I'm crazy, but 37 fucking years of hell. Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead just has a nice tune to it. Man. I have no empathy left. I have no sympathy left. Not very much apathy either for you, Rebecca. I don't care that you gave birth to me. You cannot use that to guilt-ridden me. You cannot use religion to guilt-ridden me. I remember you used to tell me all the time that I was a spawn of Satan because I believed in the theory of evolution, in science. I didn't follow your Bible thumping, do as I say, not as I do, narcissistic ways. I believed in science and proof and theory and experimentation and conclusions. I believe in that. And you would literally try to thump in my head that I was the spawn of Satan because of my beliefs. Okay. I agree. I agree I'm a spawn of Satan. You're Satan. You have been the devil in my life. You have always been the Satan in my life. You were an abusive parent. You were physically abusive. You were mentally abusive. You were emotionally abusive. And you were monetarily abusive. There are 4 aspects of abuse, and you took advantage of all of them. You took advantage of a child. You took advantage of a teenager. And you tried to manipulate systems into thinking that I was something I wasn't. Be gone. Anybody else that has narcissists in their lives? Tell me your story in the comments. Tell me your story. Because I honestly think, or I used to think that when I left my family, I left home and I left my family, that nobody on this planet could be as bad as my mother. Boy, was I wrong. I had realized that I lived in a very small town, Alamo, Tennessee. I realized, and then I realized that my life was set up for me. My play dates as children were her friends' children. Her junkie friends. Whether they went to church on Sunday, they was smoking the crack pipe, meth pipe, and popping pills Sunday night or Monday morning. I was kind of forced to be friends with all their children because I was her child. And I would go play with their children while they got high or whatever. I would kind of like have to babysit everybody. And then as I grew up, I thought these people were still my friends, but no. It took me a long time to realize that I was giving myself a lot of stress, wondering why these people weren't like me. They had actually turned in similar to their parents when I tried everything in my power to become opposite of mine. Anyway, I gave them up. That's another story. That's another YouTube story for y'all one day. But if you've ever been a victim of narcissistic abuse, and I mean they go all out and you just can't figure out what the hell. They leave you dazed and confused and mentally broken down. And if they can't use and abuse you anymore, you are nothing to them. Tell me your story in the comments. I know there is more out there. I have a hardcore feeling that narcissism is more popular than it's being led on. I think that other mental illnesses or whatever are covering mental illness diagnoses are covering up the actual cause of narcissistic personality disorder. And there is no cure for this. I have researched, and I have researched. I have laid awake hours and hours and for days just constantly researching, trying to get to the bottom of my own problems with people. Tell me your story in the comments. Make me a video and at Tennessee Tiffany. Hashtag Tennessee Tiffany. I'll find it. Tag me in it. I want to know how common these effects are. Daughters, sons, grandchildren of narcissists. How has it affected your life? Peace.